Welcome to another episode of Crashed Insanity. Today we're going to rate the top 10 horror movies post 2010. The Babadook is about a single mother who is plagued by the violent death of her husband and battles with her son's fear of monsters that are lurking in the house. Her son Sam begins displaying erratic behavior. He rarely sleeps through the night and is preoccupied with an imaginary monster. One night, before bed, Sam asks his mother to read from a mysterious pop up book. The story describes a monster, the Babadook, who torments its victims after they have become aware of it. She is disturbed by the story and convinced that the Babadook is stalking them because strange events start occurring in the house, like doors opening and closing on their own. Strange sounds are heard, and people start getting hurt. After a horrific car accident in which Jezebel loses her fiancé and has a miscarriage, she moves back to her childhood home and occupies her late mother's room, who died soon after Jezebel was born. She discovers a box containing three videotapes. In one of them, her mother congratulates her for her 18th birthday and gives her a tarot reading about her death and an unwanted spirit who will torment her, which starts happening very soon. She also discovers a grave which has a skeleton of a baby, and the gravestone has Jezebel's name and her birthday. She struggles to find the truth behind the presents and the mystery surrounding the tape. Stockbroker, after losing his fortune in the 2008 financial crisis, kills his partners and his wife and takes his young daughters to an abandoned cabin in the woods to kill them. But shadowy figure kills him instead. 5 years later, the girls are rescued and given to his identical twin and his girlfriend. But how did they survive for 5 years without food, water, or care? The girls keep referring to someone named Mama who had protected them in the cabin and has also come along with them to their new home. A young lawyer named Arthur is sent to a village of Scryphon Gifford to review the personal papers of the deceased. Arthur hasn't had a successful career in the past and is still grieving for his wife who died giving birth to their son 4 years ago. The village is bleak and its residents are anything but welcoming. Arthur soon realizes that he will be working alone in the manor where the woman died. He learns that the house is haunted by a woman in black whose son drowned in a bog, and whenever she appears, a child from the village dies. Alan Oswalt is a true crime writer who moves with his family inside a house where horrific crimes had taken place earlier, but his family had no idea about it. He begins researching on the crime so that he can write a new book about it and save his failing career. He uses some snuff film footage that he finds inside the house, but soon finds that things are going wrong. The footages are as old as 1960s, and there is one figure common in all of those movies. As a result, the family starts to suffer and things take a turn for the worse. Everybody else in all the other footages had died, but will they survive? A husband and a wife are happily married and expecting a child. One night, the husband brings a beautiful, rare, vintage doll in a pure white wedding dress called Annabelle. Little do they know that the doll is possessed by a sinister spirit and there is a dangerous presence lurking around their home. Annabelle is a true story about this doll, and the doll can still be found in Ed and Lorraine Warren's Museum of Haunted Objects. The Lambert family moves into a new home. Little do they know that the house is haunted. Things start moving on their own. A demon can be heard on the baby monitor who takes over their child. Their son falls into a coma after he is possessed by the demon. The family then explores the paranormal to save their son from the entity that possesses him. A young girl buys an antique box at a yard sale, unaware that inside the box lives an ancient spirit. Once the girl manages to open the debug box, the evil spirit possesses her and is trying to take over her soul. The girl's father teams up with his ex-wife to find a way to end the curse that is trying to kill their daughter. The only way to save her is through an exorcism. Evil Dead is a remake of the classic tale surrounding five friends who get stuck in a remote cabin. In the cabin, they discover a basement where they find the Book of the Dead. Reading from the Book of the Dead summons up dormant demons who are living in the nearby woods. The demons start possessing youngsters in succession until only one is left intact to fight for survival. This movie has been hated upon a lot since people compare it with the original. However, we feel that Evil Dead is still one of the best horror movies. The Conjuring is a true story from the Ed and Lorraine Warren case files about a family who moved into their Rhode Island farmhouse and strange things started to happen. Ed and Lorraine Warren were called to examine the house and they discovered satanic presence inside the house. To stop this evil, the Warrens would have to call upon their skills and spiritual strengths to defeat this menace, and of course, since it threatened the survival of everyone involved. We were only rating the top 10 movies, however, these two movies deserve a special mention for the brilliant acting and the brilliant story. Be sure to check all of them out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check out the other videos that I have posted, and stay tuned for more weekly insane videos. Also, if you think some other movies deserve to be on the top 10 list, please let me know in the comment section below.